Hey, stop driving a friggin' car. 4 times, you get a break, they reduce it to no ops, you don't pay the fine, you drive again, they reduce it to no ops, you don't pay the fine, so you don't care.
You cannot be driving, ma'am. What are you doing? Come on.
I'm not driving. I'm a passenger in a car.
You're still not, I'm not hearing cases with people driving or as passengers in cars.
Okay, I will pull over right now.
Short of us coming out to everybody's house and doing these on boats and stuff in the summer, I don't know.
I'm sorry, I have an emergency. I'm going out of town for a family member, but I will have my driver pull over. Hang on 1 second. I'm sorry. I didn't know that I wasn't allowed to be in a car, but hang on 1 second.
Am I crazy, or does it not look like you're driving that car?
I'm not driving the car. I'm a passenger in the car, sir.
What side of the car are you on?
I'm on the left-hand side.
How would you be on the left-hand side if you're a passenger in the front seat? Am I missing something?
Right-hand side. I'm sorry. I've been sitting in a room. I didn't know.
Yeah, the seatbelt's coming off of the driver's side. Right? You know you're lying to me, right?
No, I'm not, sir.
Never show you the driver.
Let me see the driver. Let me see the driver.
Hang on 1 second.
Now.
I have to ask their permission.
Now.
Oh my God.
Oh, you're not in the you weren't in the driver's side. You think I'm that stupid? I'm going to go ahead and enter a default judgment. Our paperwork says that we can't have, that they can't drive. Does it not, Jennifer?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I took a breath in and started choking. Well, I missed what you
Does our
said.
paperwork not tell people that they can't be in a car?
I don't know, Your Honor. I'd have to look at it again. I haven't looked at it in a while.
Looking at it does not say that I cannot be in a car.
I'm entering a default judgment. You lied to me. Judgment 1921-85. Send me your counsel and put in there defendant was not available at the time and then was driving a car and telling the court she was not. I'm entering a default judgment. Have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you, Ann.
241896 is a driving suspended charge. That is alleged to have occurred on October 20th of 2024. The prosecutor has offered to reduce that to a charge of allowing another to violate the motor vehicle code. You're also set for sentencing on a previous driving suspended, which is 241136. Somehow it was in front of Judge Pattison and then it got set in front of me.
It was because the ticket, I believe, had the wrong time on it. So when I got here, court was already over, but Pattison was available.
I don't mind. I got both of these, but one of the issues, and Judge Pattison and I just discussed this yesterday, is you've got a bunch of fines that you didn't pay. Now there's a presumption, it's in the court rule in the statute, that says in a non-serious misdemeanor, there's a presumption that the judge won't order a jail sentence, even probation. You're supposed to order a fine or community service. It's relatively new, and old judges like me and others still have to wrap our head around the fact there's a presumption we're not going to put you in jail because that's what the legislature wants. But when we keep giving you fines and you don't pay the fines, that's not very effective.
The defendant indicates she made a payment, I guess, the last time she was here, but
well, she called. She got a no ops. And well, she got a driving suspended in May of 2024. My secretary normally gives me a cheat sheet, but she's been off. And I had this down at one time. And that was reduced to no valid ops. And that was a time payment, and she was supposed to pay $350. She called in November and said she's gonna pay the whole thing. She paid $50 on November 19th, and I guess no payments since.
I think it's a bi-weekly payment plan, so I would be due for a payment.
And then there's another one for. She had another driving suspended in September. That's 241675. And again, they gave her a no valid operator's license. And I guess maybe she made a $50 payment. So May, September, then June, she had another driving suspended. She missed several days. Judge Pattison issued a bond for her, set for sentencing, but I don't know that you actually entered a plea. Pled guilty in July. So you drove in May, you drove in June, you drove in July, you drove in September. So that one is set for sentencing. Now you drove again in October. So you don't care. And so then I give you a bunch of fines and you pay $50 a month every other week, which will take 5 years to get all this paid off. How'd you get here today?
I got a ride. You can check the camera. I already know. And the reason I didn't pay off the $350 is because I have proof of it. I paid $1,200 to get everything lifted from my license that was keeping it suspended. So now I went up there last week to get my license back, and I didn't take my marriage license to show my name change. But they said that I am eligible to get it back. It's not showing suspended anymore. It shows canceled.
Okay.
So,
This one, the one you're pleading to, allowing another to violate the motor vehicle code, won't carry a suspension.
Correct.
You got 2 no ops and another driving suspended. As soon as I sentence you on the other driving suspended, you won't be able to get your license.
I understand that now, yeah.
So I'm going to kick this can down the road and see if you can get the license and see if the prosecutor will do something. But meet me halfway. Stop driving a friggin' car. 4 times, you get a break, they reduce it to no ops, you don't pay the fine, you drive again, they reduce it to no ops, you don't pay the fine. They finally hold the line at driving suspended, you don't show up for sentencing twice. Then you drive again in October, and they gave you a sweet deal with allowing another to violate the motor vehicle code. And I'll take you at your word. You had to pay a big chunk of money to even be eligible to get your license back. So let's talk about this. Do you understand? You heard me go through the advice of rights, and do you understand that if you plead to this charge of allowing another to violate the motor vehicle code, there won't be a trial. Now that charge carries no points, doesn't go on your driving record, and won't affect your ability to keep or maintain your driver's license if you can otherwise get it. So if you can get a driver's license, by that time it will be Miss Davis will be the new prosecutor, and there may be some other assistants taking office after the first of the year. I'm not exactly sure how all that's going to stack up. But what Mr. Gibson can then do is go to the prosecutor's office and say, look, she got her license back. What can we do with these other charges? But once I sentence you on that driving suspended, you're sunk to the bottom.
I plan on going to get it today, actually. I just have to get my marriage license while I'm here.
You got married here in St. Joe County? Okay. All right. Are you going to plead to that charge of allowing another to violate the motor vehicle code? Now, you also heard what I said about the young man this week that got charged with a 15-year felony. He also had no insurance because we don't have a license. You can't get an insurance. So his insurance, so it's terrible. The closer you look at it, the worse it gets. Where were you going on this day?
Was it the 3 o'clock in the morning one?
Let's take a look.
It looks like the offense that was on 10/20, it looked like was at 3:07 a.m.
Uh,
All right, well, let's take a look. October 20th was a Sunday night. I'm sure I was fast asleep at 2:26 a.m. US 131 and Michigan Avenue. Yeah, where were you going?
Well, I think it was on West Chicago Road, or
All right, well, let me see. Which one am I looking at? 1896. That one was that was the June one. It's hard to keep them all
Elkhart
straight.
I know. Sorry.
That was at West, you get all over the place. West Chicago Road and St. Joseph Street in White Pigeon at 3:07 a.m. Where were you going?
Okay. I still am going through a bad breakup, and it was not a wise decision for me to leave that night, to say the least. And yeah,
Well, do you remember where you were going?
yeah,
Where?
home. I was going home.
All right, from somewhere else back to White Pigeon?
Yes, back to Constantine.
All right, well, I show your address as Prospect Street. Is
Yep.
that correct?
Constantine.
All right, you stay up a lot later than I do. I'm going to set this for sentencing for January 13th, 2026 at 10:30 a.m. Does that work for you, Mr. Gibson?
I think it does.
I'm going to continue the sentence in the other case.
25.
Did you mean 2025?
Yes, I did. Usually I'm a year behind. Continue sentence for January, both of these. And we'll see whether you come in with your license, and then Mr. Gibson can go try to twist somebody's arm in the new prosecutor's office. But that leaves 5 cases. And theoretically, you would owe a fine, the state minimum fees, and the attorney fees. So it'd be like $350 a case. I have some discretion with the fines, times 4 cases, which is like $1,500 at $50 every 2 weeks. Takes a long time. So are you working someplace?
That's my next thing on the list, was to get my license back and everything, and then now I have to get a job. I already bought the car, I already put insurance on it, I did all that.
All right, well, just don't drive it.
I'm not.
I've mentioned this multiple times. There's a judge over on the other side of the state, Judge Meineke, that has a very structured program to help people get their license back. Ours is less structured, but when people are working to get their license back, we're willing to work with them. But at some point, they're going to care anymore. You got 4 driving suspendeds in about 4 months. So there's another alternative where you could be a trustee at the jail, and if you stay long enough, maybe you could mow grass or something. So stop driving.
Is that program the road restoration? It's like, is that what it's called?
Yes.
That I was scheduled to start that program already on my own.
With Judge Meineke?
I don't know. I don't know who it's with, but it's called the Road to Restoration, and it was up by Detroit at one point.
Did you get a ticket up there?
No, it was, you can sign up for it online, like on your own.
I'll take a look at it.
Yeah.
All right, I will see you January 13th. I'm going to give you a notice right now.